Round of 8 as we have spawning down to the bottom left-hand corner. Our red Protoss representing generic green wings. It is Trap. And up to the top right are blue Terran representing Dead Pixels. It's Fantasy.
This is not going to do anything. Look at how many Stalkers there are already. 7 Stalkers.
Quite a few. Photon Overcharge is already going to go to work on some of these units. The Widowmine's actually zoning out the ramp if any units were to come down, but he realizes that all the Stalkers are in the main base. Brings one down. Blink's about to finish, though. That will help this out considerably. Another Widowmine ends up falling, and he's got to get out of there, but he might actually lose his medevac. It's very, very close. Oh, and he goes down. Big pickup there for Trap.
I feel like Fantasy is a bit thrown off here by the way Trap is playing in the first game. I don't think he expected to go, you know, into a longer game. Vikings, now 10. Are not enough to counter the 5 Colossi of Trap. Yeah. Fantasy's got way too much bio on the ground. Unless he gets the sickest split and somehow Trap keeps attacking into him. I just don't see it. Oh my god.
Zell's moving forward, so Storms do land pretty well there to start this engagement off, and not that many Vikings still at the front. The blink forwards, he's going to take down more of those Vikings with the weapons that he has available to him, and the Colossi are going to reign supreme. Fantasy has to fall back. A big drop for Fantasy on the left is trying to amass some kind of comeback, because right now he is staring down the barrel of a gun. Fantasy are really up against it. Even Dark Templars mixed in against this. No scans are stopping those from marching on forwards with the splash damage in tandem here from the Colossi. He splits up his army left and right, and unfortunately for Fantasy, his army is plummeting in supply. He tries to fall back to the safety of a bunker here, but his entire base is being ravaged. This is absolutely brutal. GG game number 1 goes to Trap, and he just flicks the switch from kill to macro in a day like that. That was...
And yeah, here we go. The Stargate.
All right, well, here we go again. That's also a good position behind the radar dish on the command center. Oh, probe.
Oh, it's almost as if he knew.
He must have planned it. There's no way he would have gone in like that.
Oh my god, Trap is waiting. He's about waiting for it right now. With the Phoenixes, he's gonna have to react very quickly. If this burrow, they could do a lot of damage.
He could pick them up as they're trying to burrow if he's quick enough. He sees it, and actually, yes, he will be able to pick up double. Very, very good reaction times there by Trap to shut that down.
Okay, that third base is not gonna happen for now.
No.
Shut down.
That was the quickest.
Oh, this time he could get caught. Ooh. He's sending the Phoenixes. He's gonna try to catch all of this. Fantasy.
Those Zealots are going to tank up for a little bit here whilst this is all going on. Can he land force fields? If we got them on the ramp somehow, that would be fantastic. But the medevac's going to end up falling. He's going to pick up the rest of this. Fantasy is in desperation mode. This is not looking good for him. He gets cleaned up completely
right now. Why is Fantasy attacking?
I don't know. Third Colossus joins the fray. He was leaping forward slowly with missile turrets. I think he felt like he'd taken a lot of losses, but I think he could have probably tried to macro back at home. But Trap once again pushes this back, and there's not that much anti-air there. These Widowmines are going to have to clean up the Phoenix because they're just killing off all of these medevacs. And this is just too much. Fantasy is caught in a landslide. He is going to die off pretty quickly here if he's not careful. All the SCVs coming off the line from either location to try and shut this down, but he's getting so many SCV kills, 36. So they went up from 30 to 40 in a sweep of these Colossus Thermal Lances. And Fantasy is down and out for him. He is done. GG. Trap takes a lead very, very convincingly, 2-0. How many units does he have in position? The Stalker actually moves away from there. Can't kill 2 Widowmines off that quick. He'll have to evacuate out of that location. And, doesn't even kill one of the workers as it dives back into the assimilator.
Council also being added on as well.
I've seen this before from Trap. I think he might completely skip on the Colossus production. Just keep 1 to force Vikings and take straight into High Templars and Storm. And he's done very well with this in the past.
Top there, denying that third base from going down for too long.
As much as I like this transition here out of Trap, you know, he's still quite a bit behind in supply. Fantasy has a much earlier third. In this game, we're finally starting to see the Fantasy that I was expecting, you know, will play out this series very strongly. And, well, this War Prism is going to get chased here. Might be able to get it.
Not long for this world, unfortunately.
This guy wasn't even trying, man. This was offered to that one Marine.
I mean, all right, then I'll take it. That's fine. Good job, Mr. Marine. Your 1 kill with the Warp Prism. You've paid for yourself.
This was a big snipe. Oh my god, 40 supply difference. Fantasy. This attack's looking very strong. It's really all about the storm here for Trap to be able to hold this.
Oh, he got
Force fields are available too, by the way.
All right, he's actually got the Observer there to start things, and there's only one more Viking to try and bring down that Colossus, but this really isn't a very strong standing army at all. With a Storm going to hit at the bottom, but it doesn't really do too much. That Colossus is going down pretty quickly, and this Bio on the left and right is actually doing all right for itself. And that Colossus, he could kill that with a Marauder, and it will fall down.
Great splits and pullbacks here.
There you go. GG. Trap diversified a little bit too much, and Fantasy's macro was on top of things. He pulled back a map here in this best of 5 and keeps his hopes alive moving on.
His Trap has to go for some kind of aggression though. He's invested a lot into this. He's gonna have to do a lot of damage. The Oracles are late to the party.
It's not enough damage to bring down that first bunker. I have to pull back. The Oracle's gonna try and nip in, and ooh, they went very close to those Marines. Fancy and Trap even was playing with fire there.
Here we go again with the Immortal Bunker, Kailaris.
Maybe.
Why did he move up?
He's going to lose a few of these units. Very ambitious push out there. Lured straight back in, though. Keeps himself bolted down.
Trap knows that right now Fantasy is in full paranoid modes, wondering how much Trap is going to come into this. So what does he do? He starts boosting out probes, takes the gases on his natural, drops down a forge. Hey, he has no detection for the Widow Mines.
He's going to have to pick him up.
Oh my god.
Okay, actually that was a bit of flash damage being done to his army there with the Phoenix flying in. He's going to charge on forward with a lot of these Zealots, and still some more damage being done. All the Widow Mines though are on cooldown. The charge lots powering forwards with the Archons at the back. Guardian shields not really covering those Zealots though, so it's not soaking up too much. Here come the reinforcements of Fantasy, trying to tie this series up 2-2. Brings down the Archons, and Trap is down and out here, just in a similar vein to how Fantasy was. He's going to try and do much, but there's not enough Zealots, there's not enough army here. With the extra reinforcements that are going to come from Fantasy, he might be able to shut down a little bit of that pocket, but he might actually also push forwards with the Zealots up to the top left. But he has no support units for this. He doesn't have AoE damage to complement the front line of Zealots.
Yeah, Trap has to bolt back now. This was a massive all-in which failed. I'm not sure how he can transition out of this. 2-2 is on the way for Fantasy behind this as well.
They do not have drilling claws, so we're going to burrow anyway onto the high ground and cause any engagement from the right-hand side. A lot of difficulty, but Archon's powering forwards with the Zealots on the left-hand side. Actually, all the Widow Mines are being negated on the high ground. They're going to have to bring themselves down here to join the fight. Fantasy microing backwards, but those Widow Mines also causing some problems. And here come the Mules. GG. Fantasy ties up the series 2-2 and says this is not over.
He's towards the main, Kailaris.
He's going to go, and it's not been revealed until just now with this pylon actually being able to spot it. There's actually, he queued up a Dark Shrine during all of that, but he's got to be very careful now. Retreats on out. Good retreat out there by him. Scans and shut that down.
Oh, how many observers? The observer's going back. There is only one. Okay, he's going to clean that up and then go for the natural, but more mining time is going to be lost, and 5 probes have died. He has done his job in this game, and he has done it well. He's pulled ahead. Yeah. He's actually ahead in walkers, 47-44 now. He's got full production going. It's really going to be for those DTs to do some damage, but guess what? Turrets are going up.
Units to actually try and counteract this location. They have been spotted by an observer. He doesn't have detection just there yet because they were out of range of that missile turret. They start going to work on the workers.
I think he's reacting very slowly to this. I don't know why he hadn't brought everything. He's trying to get all the DTs with one scan. He's going to get just one though. He needs to not scan too early here, otherwise the Warp Prism picks up the DTs.
And there's still one DT actually going hell for leather on supply depot as well as a few units. Gets cleaned up eventually and loses a few workers. Trying to still hunt down the Warp Prism. If you can get that and deny the reinforcement or even retreat out, and the extra couple of Marines in there. Good chase, good pursuit by Fantasy. Custom shells working out fabulously, and Wolf push that down, but he tries to jump on some of these medevacs. Gets one of them. Trap is knocked down and out just
There isn't that many Vikings on the map, and by that I mean there is a single one against 3 Colossus.
Where's he going? Where's he going? He's going to lose some of these medevacs. That's full. Fantasy, what are you doing? Flying into some of those stalkers. They blink both, maybe get a few more of these units. But Fantasy just donated a medevac full of units there to Fantasy. But he's not going to allow it. A few concussive shells fire off for it, but he's going to try and go in for this. He's drawing him into a bad position. SCV's come off on the left-hand side as a lot of that force gets stuck up against the Zealots. The Colossi are not being rivaled in this position as they rip down this Bioforce. Trap, after falling down a few 2 games here, is going to push on forward to bring down Fantasy, moving on into the round of 4. And there's not much left. GG! Trap moves on to the round of 4.
A really happy Trap is going to high-five the audience.